Hello everyone and welcome to another broadcast. My name's Bishop, part-time gym bro, full-time steak enthusiast, and you're tuning into the comment section with Level 1. Today we're gonna milk the ever-loving hell out of a comment that popped up on our takedown earnings video. A link in the description below. You can check it in the channel later on. This one's a tag team match by the amazing gladiators, Juicy Juice and Wingman, and here's what they brought to the arena. So Juicy Juice says people can barely pay to eat, yet they will pay $100 for a game. And Wingman drops the steakhouse haymaker. Listen, when 2 steaks cost $95, what's a $100 game? Now, I swear, if Rockstar ever announces GTA 6 Wagyu Edition, I'm logging off the internet to go get me a nice cut. Stupid joke, sorry. This isn't just about these comments. I think the question has been burning in gamer wallets for the past year. Where's your limit? And when do you say, yeah, that's worth it? And when do you say, no thanks, I'm gonna keep my cash? So we're gonna be diving into it. I'm going to give you my own answer, but also I want to see yours in the comments if you get a little bit of time. So drop it there. I wanna see what you guys think about this. So let's rewind. Juicy Juice here is basically saying, listen, the world's on fire, people are struggling, and here's Rockstar asking for a crisp Benji for GTA 6. If you, for those who don't know, that's a $100 bill. Then Wingman rolls in like, yeah, but have you been to a grocery store lately? 2 steaks gone $95. It's expensive. So Juicy Juice replies with a simple, sad outro that is lol. And honestly, yeah, it's kind of sad, man. It's funny, sad, kind of nervous, sad, but it's just, it is expensive. Now here's where I stand. Prices have been rising everywhere. So I think it's only natural that the gaming industry, one of the biggest entertainment machines of our time, and especially during the current timeline, tries to cash in. But here's the thing, not all entertainment is good entertainment, and you gotta be smart where you wanna throw your money. Think about this. I wouldn't drop a single cent on Star Wars Outlaws. You could hand me a free copy and I still wouldn't use the CD as a coaster, man. That was horrible. But GTA, especially GTA Online, man, I think I would pay $100 without blinking, because I know from experience that I would get hundreds, thousands of hours out of it. I mean, I don't need to own every shiny new game that drops. I'd rather skip a dozen mid-tier releases and put the cash into something that I'll actually play. And I think I will actually play this. If every single $100 game was a masterpiece worth every penny, fine. You want to make that the standard? Sure, but let's be real, most games aren't built like that. At that price, I think audiences are going to split because people are going to pick their one big game of the year. And if your game isn't the chosen one, tough luck, because people can only afford one. Think about it. If Mac EDs decided that burger should cost the same as Michelin star steak, right? They probably sell 3 a day or something. But they also solve one of the world's most common problems, which is fewer Big Macs eaten. So I think it's a weird tangent. So bottom line, if you really think your product is worth the top tier price, go for it. Just be ready for the fallout. That's what I'm trying to get. And about this whole steak versus game thing, yeah, both are expensive, but I think they're not in the same category at all. A $100 steak is a luxury you enjoy for about 30 minutes and then you're gonna poop it out. A $100 game, if it's good, is gonna keep you entertained for months or even years, you know? Now, that doesn't mean that everyone can afford it. It turns the game into this luxury item. It's like a rare whiskey weekend trip. You save up for it, you plan for it, and maybe you treat yourself once in a while. It's not something that you can do all the time, at least not us common mortals. Now, owning a game day one, I think that's a luxury in today's economy. I think it's a FOMO and waiting. There's always going to be the option to wait. And honestly, I think waiting often pays off because prices drop, there's bugs get patched and content gets added. I do this all the time with my gear now that I think of it. I shop for my winter gear during the summer and shop for my summer gear during the winter. I'm basically a year behind in fashion, but I really don't care. My wallet's happy and it's really just gym gear. But I think it's the same with games. If you want to be first in line, you're going to be paying that premium, you know? And if you're willing to wait, you make that compromise. And that's what I think a lot of people are struggling with. Now, I know some of you are already typing, Rockstar is just greedy, and sure, maybe, but there's a little bit more to it than that. So why aren't we even talking about this $100 price tag for GTA 6 in the first place? And I think it's a mix of things. So development costs have exploded, and we're talking massive teams, global offices, full-blown motion capture, celebrity talent, the works, you know? And don't forget Rockstar's latest big move, buying 5M, which wasn't just a community project purchase. That's infrastructure, server, staff, legal, integration. And I think all of it costs serious money. They're not just paying for game development, they're paying to own the entire modding scene outright. You know, they want to do it all themselves. Now, here's the part where that'll make some of you roll your eyes. Yeah, you know, Rockstar is also thinking, we know what we're worth. And honestly, they're kind of right. I mean, if you think about it, they're at the top of their game. They know GTA 6 will sell tons of millions. We saw the projections. So no matter what number they put on the box, I think some people are just going to throw it and say like, bracket, let's get it. Now here's the thing, very few studios could even attempt to do this. If a smaller dev slap $100 on a game, they'd be laughed off Steam before even launch day. And even big publishers with the same trust kinda tried it. I mean, Ubisoft enters the chat, you know, they tried to push premium prices and live service everything, and then they caught more heat than chicken wing festival in hell. Why am I writing these analogies? So gamers walked away. They were like, yeah, this is garbage. This is like their games went on sale faster than a dodgy Black Friday toaster. All right, I'll stop. But that's what happens when your price tag doesn't match your product. Rockstar's not Ubisoft. When they announced GTA 6, people aren't asking if they'll buy it. They're asking, when can we buy it? And Rockstar knows this. They got history, they got a track record of massive detailed worlds that keep players hooked for years. And I think they can actually back up that premium tag. Now, do I think they need the money? Absolutely not. I mean, shark cards alone have been paying the bills since what, 2013? This isn't about survival. I think it's about setting the price to match the prestige. But damn, it is still a hefty price tag. But here's where it gets interesting. $100 GTA 6 could actually change the community. When you set a high entry price, you automatically gate who comes in on day one. I think becomes a luxury product, and luxury products attract a different crowd. Now, that doesn't mean there won't be, you know, loads of chaos. There's always going to be chaos, but I think it might filter some of the randoms who just want to troll for a weekend and then bounce. Like probably fewer 12-year-olds screaming into the mic. We'll see what the core audience, the diehards, show up first, and the ones willing to put the time in and the money down. And then as the price drop months or years later, the wider crowd maybe comes flooding in. I think it's a staggered community build driven by price, unfortunately. If anything, a smaller, more invested player base at launch might make the style a little bit better. Bit less noise, more focus, and because people playing because they want to be there, not because it was on sale for about 12 bucks. But if Rockstar's gamble doesn't land, if people decide $100 is a bit too much, it could fragment the audience. Imagine half your crew waiting 6 months for a sale, while the rest are already 1,200 hours deep. So I think that's going to be a recipe for spoilers and fear of missing out and empty lobbies and whatnot. I think it's going to be a balancing act more than anything. The price height and you look confident, but you also shrink your opening wave. Price low and you sell more units, but maybe you leave money on the table. Anyways, thanks to Juicy Juice and Wingman for starting the great steak debate of 2025. Now, I'm going to leave you guys and girls with this. GTA 6 will only be released one time in our timeline, you know? And if it launches at $100, are you in on day one? Are you going to be that guy that goes the extra click with the collector's edition? Or are you going to be waiting out, watching from the sidelines until the price drops? So drop your answer in the comment section below. I'm super curious. Stay tuned for the next video, same place, same time. Thanks very much for watching. Bish signing out.